Welcome to That's the Point, your inside scoop on the latest construction technology and workflows, brought to you by the experts at Building Point.
All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome back again to That's the Point. It's always awesome to be here. Again, Steve Karen, my co-host, Mr. Jonathan Stickle. How are you, man?
Doing good. Thank you.
Good to hear. So really the past few episodes, we've talked about getting into demo mode. We've, showed you the radial menu, within Trimble Connect for HoloLens. That gives you all the tools and things that you need to be, efficient within the XR10. But now what we want to get into is reality, real life stuff. Your data,
like
getting your data,
yeah.
Into Connect, which then essentially will get it into the XR10 so that you can use this thing, out in the field and whatnot. So really that is the deep dive that we want to do today is how to get that data in and then how to manipulate that data, get the views that you want out of this thing, set up to-dos, things like that.
Okay. Sounds good. So first of all, you'll want to go ahead and jump into connect.trimble.com. And once you log in, just go over here to your right and click on this applications button, and that'll give you all the featured apps that you can download. And right here, you'll see Trimble Connect for desktop. So you'll need that in order to use the desktop version. So once you've downloaded Trimble Connect for desktop, then you can go over here, and this is inside of the Trimble Connect for desktop version. So once you log in, this will be the main homepage that you'll see. And over here to the left, this is where you're gonna bring in your information, bring in your data and your files. So you'll just you can add a folder, you can add a file, you can upload files and download files from your server. And then this sync button, for those of you guys that are working in the office, make sure that you're syncing your files because that's what's going to allow the people in the field to be able to put on the XR10 and have access to those. So make sure you're using that sync
without
button.
Syncing, that your data will remain local.
Correct.
So you're not going to be actually, getting it up to the cloud for, another user to, harness that model in the field or in the office, whatever the case may be. Make sure you're syncing because if not, it's not getting to the cloud. Correct.
And also want to point out when you're uploading your files, Trimble Connect is compatible with AutoCAD files, SketchUp, and IFC. IFC documents as well. So if you have those types, you can get them into Trimble Connect.
DWGs, no things like that. Yeah.
Yep. Sounds good. So once you're here, if you want to select a model, then you can click View, and that'll open up your model. But Trimble Connect is also a collaborative tool, so you can go ahead and select this icon, and you can enter in when your colleague's email address. You can assign them to a group. And then give them a role. You either give them a user or an admin. So it's very easy to do there.
Viewing rights or rights to manipulate.
Correct. Okay. Yes. Yeah.
All right. Cool. Yeah. So what I wanted to do too. So now that's the kind of setting up, getting yourself ready to be in the model. So now what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and jump into a model.
Okay.
So what we did was we went ahead. We prepared a model of the studio here.
Yep.
Nothing too in depth, but we got a nice little model so we could kind of show the folks out there how you're going to start to manipulate this thing.
Okay.
And especially this is again in reference to manipulating your data and everything to get it into the XR10. So the first things first is I've got my model here. I can go ahead, spin it around with a left mouse click. I can move it side to side with a right mouse click. So again, if you've never used Connect and if you're trying to move it up and down, but you're using your a left mouse click, you'll drive yourself crazy because it's just going to spin on you. You can use your mouse wheel to zoom in and out. So again, basic stuff here, but I just wanted to be able to touch on that real quick. This whole thing that I'm setting up here is I want to turn this model, cut it and slice it to an area that I just want to show, and then I'm going to create a quick to-do.
Okay.
I'm gonna have you be my guinea pig, and I'm going to send it to you.
Simon, some work to do?
You got some work to do, bro. So what I'll do is I'll go up here and I'll select my clip planes. These can be vertical, horizontal, but I'll go ahead and hit the caret here, and I'll just do my vertical plane right here. So what you need to do is once this pops up, you need to click on the scissors. If you click outside of the scissors, it's just going to move things around. You'll get frustrated. So click on the scissors, and then go ahead and start moving the model, into where you want to kind of dissect this thing. So again, I want to focus in, let's say on these 3 back panels here is what I want to focus on. So now I want to create another one, and I'll go ahead and select my area.
You're just kind of drilling into what you want to see there.
Yeah, bingo.
Okay.
So here we go. So again, now you can see, now I've just, I've kind of sectioned this thing out just to the panels, just to the area that, for my preference, I just want you to see this. Okay. So if you look at the bottom here, I've got views. So again, these are quick little snapshots of maybe changes you've done or sectioning that you've done that, you personally want someone to focus in on.
Okay.
So what I did is I set up an original view of the entire model. And now what I want to do is, again, so when I'm sending this to you, you're going to have insight into that I cut this thing down. So you have your original view, and now you can just see the area that I want you to work on. So like kind of your production area, and I want to take a view of that. So I'll go ahead and take that snippet, and now you can see I've got a new view. I can go ahead and name that whatever I wanted to name it. The next step, though, is when I want to create my to-do, I want to give this thing some substance. So what I'll do is I'm going to select the first panel here, and let's say I want to highlight this thing. So I'm going to double click and zoom into this, and double clicking will automatically bring up that selected item over here to the right, and just select the checkbox here, and I'm going to go ahead and make it red. Hit OK, and now I've just highlighted that panel. Let's say it's these two. Let's say that these were, someone came in, they put these things up. There were a couple different panel types that I wanted, and they threw in panel type B when in reality I wanted panel type C. Okay. So they messed it up on me. Now I need them to fix it. So I'll go ahead and select the next panel, hit my checkbox here. I'm going to go ahead and make that red and hit OK. So now I've got the two selected panels highlighted. I can go ahead again, create another view of that. So now it's pretty cut and dry, the step-by-step area of where to get to within the model. In reality, you know exactly what you're looking at. So now I want to create a to-do with this thing. So I'll go ahead and right-click on the selected area. And this black box with a check mark is how to create a to-do. So we select that. It's going to bring up just a little menu here of different items that I fill out. We've all seen this before, nothing crazy here. I'll add a title. What I want to do is show you how I can select an assignee. So, I've got some of my coworkers here, myself, but let's go ahead and give this to my co-host, Jonathan. And what I can go ahead and do is save this, and then it will email you a notification so that now you've got some work to do. Okay. So I'll just go ahead and click save. Oh, it is making me add a title. So we'll go ahead and add that this needs new panels and, incorrect panels installed. I'll go ahead and hit save now. And now the notification will go to you. It should be fairly quickly. You'll get an email that's going to let you know everything that you have to do. So yeah, do you already have something on your phone?
Actually do. Steve Karen.
There
New
it is.
message.
Yeah, so that's just a notification that's going to let you know, hey, here's your due date. This is what I'm looking for you to do. The other thing that I can do here while I'm in this view is I can edit a to-do that I've had. I can remove a to-do. I can add comments to it. I can go ahead and back out of there. And now I can see a list of all of my active to-dos. Okay. So things that I just created, maybe things that have been out there that are outdated, delete things, see the status of them. So again, just gives you that insight into everything. It's pretty beneficial when you look at it as a whole. Yeah,
that's awesome. And I know like in some future episodes, we'll also be diving into to-dos with having on the XR10. So we'll be able to see it from that viewpoint as well. So
right, absolutely. We'll start with kind of this in-office type setup and then actually get you to that out in the field, real world, using the XR10. You can take a photo using the headset and then go ahead and send that out to someone just like we did here, kind of quote unquote in the office.
Nice, awesome. Appreciate you walking through that with us, and everyone. Essentially, that is Trimble Connect, at least what you need in order to use
for the XR10.
For the XR10. Yeah. So if you want to learn more, please reach out to your local Building Point representative today. We're here to help you out. On behalf of Steve, myself, and the entire Building Point team, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on That's the Point.
Thanks again for joining us on That's the Point. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe on YouTube today.